me, I always say because I have 2 vets. For me, I get 10 children. They have more than 10 children, God will bless me with 2 girls. The rest of them are also boys. To bring children all in the town is very hard. 14 years old, look at the age that you bring child. Then you look at child like in your office. Then you finish doing it, then you take the police director. Then you take the other one, you say I go appeal. Still like you do. Then up to the time you stay on your AC, then you say your judge in the case here. What thing in that case for to judge? If I were common member now, they see that nothing happening in that member now. If you are not about people, you're going through that case. They think you're doing that right. Nothing sitting on the floor means nothing anybody can sit here. You wouldn't sit here to tell us, I said here for you to be convinced. When you get convinced, oh yes, I want now who pay for nothing. That man playing fun. And I want that to you. They will come here with naked myself, born naked. They will come and I keep on here. But I think you're playing for all of us. 40 years old, what's up your grandchild? You take the child to be your girlfriend, they can't come and tell you what naked or tear our clothes. Then after the child, they stay on AC. Then you say, I'm going to judge again, I tell my kid, I have to be judging. But now, if you're here, you're playing the women will go for it.
Taking the same stand when it comes to other people or when it was about other rape suspects. There are families and who can attest that their sons and brothers are in South Beach today just based on rape allegations. So why is the police asking for DNA, asking for patients? This incident occurred since August 30th. Today is September 18th. You should also join in asking why the delay. On August 14th last month, I ensured one massacre who raped a 14-year-old girl went to South Beach. On August 15th last month, I ensured a Harris who raped a young lady went to South Beach. So they didn't ask me. But okay, somewhere at their safe space, no, that's somebody's business. No, that's somebody's business. No, but we were over there. We were over there.
So folks, yes, feminists and activists, Big June.
Of the camera to sexual abuse reported at the police station. We first and foremost refer the case to one of the 6 accredited medical facilities around Monrovia for an evaluation. It comes back to the police, and then the police review the report and begin the investigation from there. The investigation of that nature was immediately followed at Tool Central, and all these are all the steps that have been taken as far as this allegation is concerned. The report has come in. There is an indication that yes, indeed, the victim was temporary. So immediately, the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, the Ministry of Justice, the prosecutors, and the Alberta National Police investigators have been.
You all the country, you all remember. If you went to the hospital today, don't just say your own child or your children coming off. Somebody put to work here. Why they have? Thank you.
There is no one for all of them. We wanted to fight, we wanted to get up to the cell. We want to go back on Macklin Street. We want to go back on Phil Street. We want to go back on Asmo Street. There is nowhere that we can say no special water plant. No special water plant. No special water plant. Water plant for Geneva Market. And I'm connected to the water plant. She has sellers. And that street that connected to water plant. She has sellers. The other street selling, Granite Street selling, Cross Street selling, what is Macklin Street? Front Street selling, that's what Macklin Street selling. But I said I shouldn't sell. We don't know the problem. So we come to make our intention known. That are allowed to sell. We have no other option but to sell.
Yes, on yesterday we saw a communication from the executive mansion concerning President Joseph Yuma Boakai suspending Brian Michael. What do you make of this? What do you make of President Boakai's suspension?
No, but I took my 15 to consider.
Where you will be allowed to be.
In some cases, anybody, if I have evidences of getting involved with rape cases, and the suspects are jailed. in 1 or 2 days time with using the evidence from the testing facility. But since August 30th to now, the police has not arrested Brian McGill. We understand that he willingly asked for a leave of absence, which was very unfair, and we think it is unjust and it's selective. Like, when people do not deserve that because they are families who have their sons and brothers at South Beach with just on rape allegations. So we are very concerned because they seem police arrested National Student Youth Leader Bonnie Jesse based on allegations. So how then is this one different?
Okay, thank you. And interestingly, I know you very well, and we have worked together on several occasions. I'm speaking on behalf of, like, I'm a commissioner of ground services, so the investigation for the Labrador National Police yesterday, through Inspector General, I think you witnessed the press conference you saw me in there. We have had several meetings and several back and forth with the entire investigation. Yesterday we issued a press statement, and the press statement was basically about 3 issues. Yes, you're right, when somebody is alleged to have raped, it's non-bailable aspect of that law, that's fine. But when they speak about non-bailable, that non-bailable aspect is ready to allow with the court. The court, when you take into court on that charge, the court does not allow bail. The only way you will be allowed to be bailed off from the court is 2 things. When proof is not evidence and presumption is not great. At that point in time, the court will allow you to get out. But when those 2 things are present, you can get bailed. Or you cannot get bailed. So that's it. And what we're saying to you is, yes, it is alleged that this lady was temporary. And they are coming now, listen. Okay, alleged rape. Okay, alleged rape. And no, listen.
The allegation goes to the suspect. She is confirmed rape.
Can you allow me? Wait, I mean, let me provide a little thing that you listen to me, then you come in.
No, let's just take it one step at a time. This girl is a confirmed rape survivor. Let's call it what it is.
I will continue to, as a law enforcement officer, I will continue to use the word alleged until proven the code of competent jurisdiction.
No.
That's why it's required. Those are the terminology we use. No. When you go to court, you are a suspect. And in the court, you are a defendant.
She is a suspect. But she has been confirmed raped by somebody, this suspect. So let's just say she is a rape survivor.
Okay, let me
it actually decreases the severity of it. It is
so let me get to the substance.
Okay.
When you are accused, let me speak to the suspect. When you are accused of being raped, even though John, maybe Mary is saying you did it, we are authorized by law to investigate and establish something we call probable cause. And that probable cause is to place that accused on the scene. We must be able to place him on the scene. That to say this is where it happened. It is proven that Johnny Dean was on the scene that day when it happened. Those are the procedures of investigation. That's why in the IG press conference yesterday, he said we have had several steps to follow in this proceeding. This man is not exempted of being arrested. No. I come in now. Let me end. We are following procedures. There are other things that we need to do. The IG spoke about the geospatial analysis that have to do with me. If I'm sitting here, I come in now.
This has never been done for other people. I just told you on August 14th of last month.
If you cannot allow me to speak, I sat there patiently. I allow you to speak. Let you can ask your question. Let me speak. If it did not happen in the past, doesn't make it right for it to happen now. If something was wrong in the past, it doesn't make it that it can't happen now.
That's why we're asking. If it was this ordinary citizen who is allegedly who is an alleged suspect, you would be so interested in for over half a month to be concerned about his vindication than
what we said yesterday, or what the IG said, I want to reiterate that nobody is above the law.
He has proven that Jay Michael is.
No, he's not.
No,
he's not. If he was, he would not even be on our investigation. But let me say this. Let me say this. Vic, I'm appealing to the general public, not only you as a person, or the crowd, the folks around you, is to just give the investigation a little chance to establish probable cause and to place the victim as legend.
The test result from the house.
About 2 deaths. For me, I get 10 children. More than 10 children, all the best with 2 girls. The rest of them are also boys. to bring children out in the town is very hard. 14 years old, look at your age, like your grandchild. Then you look at child like in your office. Then you finish doing it, then you take the police director. Then you take the other one, you say, I go abuse. Still that you do. Then up to the time you stay on your AC, then you say, you're just in the case here. What thing in that case for you to judge? If I will come on man by now, they see that nothing happening in that man now. If you are not about to go, you're going through that case. They think you're doing that right. Nothing, sitting on the floor means nothing. Anybody can sit there. You wouldn't sit here to tell us, I said here for you to be convinced. When you get convinced, oh yeah, I want now who pay for nothing. That man playing fun. And I want that to you. They will come here with naked myself, born naked. They will born me, I keep on air. What do you're playing for all of us? 14 years old, want to be your grandchild? You take the child to be your girlfriend, they can't come up telling you what naked or tear our clothes. Then after the child, they stay on AC. Then you say, I'm going to judge again, I tell my kid, you have to be judging. But now, if you are here, you're playing the women will go for you. Will go for you, you all the country. You will remember. If you went to the other person today, don't trust it. You put a child or your children coming off. Somebody will do it, your child, why you can Thank you.
Back and forth. Fortunately, this particular area CCTV camera, so the investigators are going on the scene to review the footage of the camera to try to corroborate the statement of the victim. We've spoken to the victim, we've spoken to the father, we've spoken to aunties, all of the persons of interest that have been named in the investigation, including the suspect. We've brought the suspect in for questioning. We've taken statements from him at different levels, and the investigation is still ongoing. Yesterday, the entire group, at first the police went there to review the footage. Yesterday, this entire body went in, reconstructed the crime scene, came back today for us to meet. We've been here since this morning, going back and forth doing analysis, calling the victim back in to speak to her. So we've just picked up some new pieces of information from the victim that will require a further investigation. We've called on additional employees of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, including deputy ministers as well, to come in for us to speak with them. We've prayed the court for a subpoena of the call log of the deputy minister who's being accused. That call log is a very important part of the investigation because the geospatial data analysis will now point us to placing him exactly to where the allegation is if substantiated. So we're waiting for that, and I know everybody's waiting to see how this investigation goes, waiting for us to make an arrest. But I'm going to appeal to the public that we have to make sure we follow all of these steps so that it is done right. Once we get that the call log and we're able to verify, the last step will be we're on the phone right now trying to engage for help for forensic DNA sampling. Fortunately, the clothes that the minor was wearing was carefully preserved. It's been packaged, so we've now ordered that this DNA sample be collected from the alleged the suspect as well, so that we can also do that analysis. That being said, I will pass it over to the prosecutor and the Ministry of Agenda to just throw a little light there, and then we can entertain one or two questions.
So basically, from what the IG has said, we hope that the public understand that this is a very delicate. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, whatever outcome substantial, that we can establish probable cause to proceed with this case. Thank you.
So the Ministry of Gender, as you are aware, is very concerned, and that is why we are in close collaboration with the police. And what is key, usually in allegation, is that they say this person did this, but what is very essential is to link the person. So the work has been very tedious, and we have been following, and we also like to thank the police for the collaboration. And as the IG just said, it's still inconclusive. So with the new pieces of
contrary to what people believe, that because this man is a deputy minister, that is the reason why he has not been arrested. So far,
14-year-old girl, and he went behind bars. The only evidence the police needed was the confirmed test results. He lied that he was not the one. He didn't do this, but the police did not insist on getting extra evidences. They actually put him behind bars.
No, but you see, like the IG said yesterday, our investigation has not been in the public. There are some rape cases that automatically place the suspect on the scene, and those cases is not something that's why worrying our arrest. When the case is reported and it directly places the suspect on the scene, it warrant arrest. But in this case, listen, we have to do a lot of background investigation to ensure that. No, yeah, we have followed all the procedures that warrant arrest. I'm telling you, for us to arrest anybody, it must be something we call private cause. It must be a reasonable ground by law. Those are the standard of arrest to place somebody behind bars. I'm not saying this man is guilty or not guilty. All I'm saying is we must be able to be out of for a public sentiment. We should be able to gather the evidence and proceed to court with the evidence so we can be able to be successful in court.
For everyone. Secondly, this man being outside, he is a threat. He has a message.
Okay. You know me personally, right? I know you are breaking the ID. You are looking to that aspect of it. Nobody is allowed to threaten another person, especially when we don't tell person. We can also investigate that. But I can assure you, one thing I can assure you, like the ID said yesterday.
Hold public officials even with greater accountability for their actions in this country than just ordinary citizens. So if for any reason, we're just able to establish this particular thing and substantiate the claim, he will be arrested. There's absolutely no one that's above the law in this country. But I'm urging the public to please be a little bit patient. We reach out to different institutions. At this point in time, our communication will go out to the U.S. Embassy today for further assistance, especially with this whole forensic DNA, and also to even look at the CCTV footage, even though we are IT people go in and they said that it was not tampered with, but based on the witness statement and the footage, we're trying to see if we could do further analysis to even verify more if it was ever tampered with. So we're making sure we're crossing our T's, we're dotting our I's, but we get to the bottom of this thing and justice will be served. I prefer for us to take our time and send a case to court that will get successful prosecution than to rush with an arrest as people are crying out there for. And then we
Good afternoon, my fellow citizens of Liberia. Ask not what your country Liberia can do for you or what you can do for your country. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome on today. With exquisite delight, we'll say thanks to all of you and a pleasant welcome on today. Good afternoon, good afternoon. And we say good afternoon, Liberia. I'm here today with Sir Kandu from the production department, and I am your humble servant. Good afternoon. Don't forget, the geometry of their whole must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority, and those that come with equity must come with clean hands. As you share today, the ambassador, I'm here with you. Be with me until 1:30. Remember, we value your comments, your suggestions, your opinions on our programs. That is the reason why we are live on Cool Channel 2 on YouTube. We're also live on Facebook, Cool at the search handle. And we're also on www.knewsonline.com on our online radio. And we live on 91.9 across this country. You can put in the comments. We value them. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy on today. I don't know why all of the rape cases in this country, this McGill rape case is receiving a lot of protection. So the group is I say, oh no, wait for the law. I don't know. You wait for the Liberia National Police. You say, oh yeah, wait for the private studios. You wait for the Ministry of Gender. Say it's a hard thing, but we'll make it. We have to do this and make sure. I don't know why this particular rape case is holding. Isn't that it bring a negative record on the Baka government? Let me say something to the government and all those folks serving this government. If you try as much to only protect Baka image, the president, and because it should not be in Baka term, there will be a lot of your folks will disgrace you because it's a disgraceful act. And father will have some allegation on his head. He should be all for investigations. Why are they waiting for the? Let's go there. Why are they waiting on this long? Why? So if Maya's daughter has been raped in red light, the young boy who ply his hair, who got that on his head, will be swept with swiftness to the police station. They will carry her to total base, continuous site, or they will bring it to zone 5 or the zone 4, zone 3. They will carry. I don't know where they will carry him, but sometimes you don't even know where they carry him. But because there's one man sitting somewhere, then there is an explanation, a whole lot of bureaucracy. Why is one rape? Why are we like this? Why? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Today is the 18th of September, and let us be mindful because sometimes we talk about that on today, and as a matter of fact, there's a news already have come up, and Liberians are having issues, and we talk about that on today. It's important because while we are talking about protecting lives and property and placing emphasis on other lives, other properties, and paying less attention on other lives and properties, it brings questions to bear. Let me say good afternoon, good morning, and all of the audio you listen to is involved with what's happening. You listen to the police RG, and you listen to the folks from the Ministry of Gender. If you hear their comment, I'm not the one who spoke for them. If you hear them, you know exactly that why is this protectiveness coming from? Where? That there should be a bureaucracy. Because we hear that one boy in Dupont Road rape, Subat Town, red light, or Mount Barkley, he's hauled to the police station. They will not say, let's wait here and establish probable cause first. They will take him first. First time investigating whatever, the hospital is saying this, while the clinic is saying that truly rape or this, but why is this going on? Why are we now seeing rape into government, especially those officials of government? Why are we seeing it? Why? Why? Imagine someone you trust to a position as a deputy minister. All that claiming his head is not the work of this country, but to rape. How? Why? Why? And we say we don't judge we don't predict the attitude of human beings. I agree with you. But why is it now that we find a person who we have critiqued, we have selected among thousands, if not hundreds, if not tens, we selected him and he's now not thinking. So we're not thinking, he's going to look around for small children. So now says we'll cover him and make him a deputy minister and now come out evident. Why? The whole other thing comes up. Why? Just as we are talking about corruption, see the issue of rape. My God. Star 799, keep playing Liberians. Today, the Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway will get some other money on today. And if you keep playing star 799 star 11 hash, Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway, there you will win 4,000 Liberian dollars if you play. And if you play multiple times, it places you right as the favorite in the process to win upon. So the more you play, the better chance you get in winning money for yourself on today. Mr. Good afternoon, good morning, and a pleasant welcome to all of our folks on today. And We want to say welcome to all of you. Today is September 18, and today, let me welcome you to this inspiring conversation, but just to take you back in memory lane history. Today on September 18, as a matter of fact, we want to say a pleasant welcome to all of you. There are lots of activity that are happening around the world, and don't forget about Liberia. Up on Liberia, a lot of activity happens on today. Let me say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome upon. And before I take you through this process here, I want you to listen to the mother or the family of this little girl, and from there you listen to the RG, the conference that was held by the RG, where the Minister of Health, all were there. Listen to them. Listen to the mother or the family first. Listen to them again. I want you to listen to this before I talk about what the president has already done. Listen to this.
For me, I was saying about 2 vests. For me, I get 10 children. For me, I was saying about 2 vests. For me, I get 10 children. More than 10 children, God bless me with 2 girls. The rest of them are also boys. To bring children out in the town is very hard. 14 years old, look at your age, and your grandchild. Then you look at child like in your office. Then you finish doing it, then you take the body director. Then you take the other one, you say I go abuse. Still that you do. Then up to the time you stay on your AC, then you say you're judged in the case here. What thing in that case for you to judge? If I will come on man by now, they see that nothing happening in that man now. If you are about to go, you're going through that case. They think you're doing that right. Nothing sitting on the floor means nothing. Anybody can sit there. You wouldn't sit here to tell us, I said here for you to be convinced. But you get convinced.
Officials, even with greater accountability for their actions in this country than just ordinary citizens. So if for any reason, we're just able to establish this particular thing and substantiate the claim, he will be arrested. There's absolutely no one that's above the law in this country. But I'm urging the public to please be a little bit patient. We reach out to different institutions. At this point in time, our communication will go out to the U.S. Embassy today for further assistance, especially with this whole forensic DNA, and also to even look at the CCTV footage. Even though we are IT people go in and they said that it was not tampered with, but based on the witness statement and the footage, we're trying to see if we could do further analysis to even verify.
Of the program, I would say many thanks to all of you joining us. Today is September 18, 1917. Liberia was in the process of aligning with the Allied powers in World War I, having declared war on Germany on August 4th. 1917, Liberia's declaration of a war followed the negotiations of the United States and Great Britain, which provided assurance of protection against German aggressions and the removal of trade restrictions in exchange for Liberia surviving ties with Germany and deporting German citizens upon Liberia. They have taken some stringent measures upon. Imagine deporting German citizens way back in 1917, and to deal with rape cases in this country, to deal with drugs in this country, to deal with corruption has been a hanky-panky level in our country. Today is September 18. Good afternoon. On today, the Monden siege by the Japanese. Today in 1931, this is in the so-called Monden incident, the Japanese army into the Manchuria used the pretext of an explosion along its railway to occupy the Mongden and to increase its control within the months to all of the Manchurian in 1931 and today. Today, 2020, the American lawyer Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was the second woman to serve as the United States Supreme Court from 1993 to 2020, died today at the age of 87 in 2020 today. And on today, a nest of naughty giant hornets were destroyed on the Vancouver Island in the British Columbia. It was the first nest reported into North America, where the insects are in an invasive species in 2019 on today, September 18. Today, 2024, on today, the Scottish voter rejected a referendum that would have made Scotland an independent country today in 2014, September 18. Today, in the second strict day, the Typhoon Nari pounded Taiwan with record rainfalls, causing massive flooding and killing about 79 people in history today. The American rock guitarist and singer Jimi Hendrix, who fused the American tradition with blues, jazz, rock, and soul with techniques of a British avant-garde rock to redefine the electric guitar in his own image. He died today of an overdose of the barbiturates in London on today in 1970. Today, the Japanese astronauts Akiya Huru and Siki Tsutomu discovered the comic Akiya Siki today in 1965 in history. Today, the Canadian ice hockey coach Scotty Boldman, who won a record 9 of the Stanley Cups as the head coach into the National Hockey League, he was born today in 1933 in history. Before I leave you today, the United Nations Secretary General Deng Homolskijov died in a plane crash that generated much speculations. A 2017 investigation found that it appeared possible that an external attack or threat may have been the cause of the crash there in 1961 in history today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome to all of our folks out there, and we say welcome to you on today. And Liberians, it's important that these matters are looked at, but you know, many a times all Liberians see is that when these issues come by, we see that the president of Liberia will suspend. How many persons will the president suspend and a Liberian will get result? How many of them? And how many of these people will continue to disgrace the president? Because I don't know why the president will appoint somebody to do a piece of work, and that person is a family man, but will go and rape somebody that will be either his granddaughter or be at the age of his granddaughter. This is serious. Let me tell you something. Before I go to this matter, let me tell President we have some of the music. President Boakai, some of the music that coming about him now. Let me just play one of the latest. I'll play this music here for him. This is one of the latest on the block about him. Listen. Listen. Let me say welcome. Oh Lord, I don't want to laugh so much before something else happened here, but it's so hilarious. But it's important And y'all tell President Boakai these are some of the songs that have been made about him home. As he coming for the United Nations General Assembly. You know how easy it is for him. Tell the president, I will keep this song, and then the president coming, I'll play this song on his radio so that he will hear this song. Listen to the song. Listen to the song. Okay, it's so hilarious on this. I will keep this music because I know a lot of folks from the government side would not play this music from President Boakai, and they would not play Wednesday when he play with Chunky outside. But I'm gonna play it to him. I'm gonna tell him exactly what's going on outside in Liberia. This is where we are, you know, and this is so serious, and it's very important. I'm not taking calls now. Folks are already calling. I'm not taking calls now, and then you know, yeah, Mr. Welcome. Liberians again are hearing that the president has suspended Bryant McGill, the Deputy Minister for Youth Development at the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Look at the misplacement. You a Deputy Minister for Youth Development, and now we're hearing the allegation that you raped a 14-year-old girl. And not just anybody. It may not be Mayada's son, Mayada's daughter, or Makuo's daughter, or Maya. Let's carry somebody of those friends. Let's carry to the southeast. Somebody from there. What's the name for the women in the southeast? No, I'm not stereotyping anybody, but just to help you understand is that maybe probably since it will be outside the cycle, they will pursue this case. But since it's within that, even the man is, the girl is the daughter of the ministry's deputy chief of security. So the kind of news should now be resoundingly loud. Did I hear that for the family that the Inspector General Gregory Kwoma was begging on the man's behalf, and that reportedly that he still denied even Greg and the other folks that he never did an act that brought his case high up. So if he has agreed, the people would have convened, or they have, since the family have not agreed yet, not taking that angle, the reason why we hearing the case, if the family would have agreed that they must take such amount of money today, the case will be outside. What's happening? I don't think this is happening in Liberia. And no wonder why. I'm going to say this a little clear to you. No wonder why when these things happen, they put it on the president. Now you hear the kind of song that coming out. President Boakai got 419 because you appointed a man who was confirmed by the Senate to do the work for youth development, but his action is completely counterproductive to what the president said this man will come and do. Youth development. But now he's an alleged rapist. Youth development. But now it's counterproductive to the growth of young people. What kind of example are they talking about? The president, I'm asking the president, before I go to the rape thing here, let me talk about the president, let me talk to the president too. Because I'm hearing that you 419, I don't know how true is this thing, whether you have developed another identity or whether you begin to show your true color out. I want to ask you this question. And I won't sit before the president and ask him a serious question. What is the essence of just suspending people? You just suspend. Oh, the president of Bukai is being suspended. The deputy minister for youth development is suspended. Oh, the director general of youth sports, the Liberal Drug Enforcement Agency is suspended. to extend suspension in honor. Since Abraham Kroma, his legs were suspended. The legs of Hazan Fadiga, Bao Ko. Today, what's going on? Nokai, the CEO of Nokai, former Representative Rosalind Sakuo Dennis, suspended. Where are we? We're still hearing allegations. So it's just a suspension. I'm asking, what is it? Is the president on the strategy to suspend? Because if he suspend you, that means you will resign. That means you resign your own will, your own volition. Because you heard that suspension will come in the way of dismissal, come in the way of the commerce minister, Amin Boda, resigned. The president accept. Just recently, the assistant minister of foreign affairs, also there was this issue, say restoring, and reportedly the president said resign or I sack you. Saying you're a boss and you go pop, resign. And the mother have to resign because she doesn't want to be sacked. Now, Brian Mangill, after all the allegations was taken, and what really puzzled me in this matter that making me raise this issue is that I heard, am I thinking that I heard this right? Or is it true that he put in for leave at his office? He put in for leave. Wow. Jesus Christ. But let's go to this. The president has suspended this man. Why? Mr. President, you got a lot of why coming before your vets. And the executive marshal said that the reason why they took this action was in line with the government's zero tolerance policy towards all forms of sexual and gender-based violence to ensure a fair and transparent investigation. And the release said that Mr. Mangill will remain suspended until the conclusion of the investigation. And this brings a question to mind of so many people. And this issue came, it was formally notified to Mangill on behalf of the president by the current Minister of State. Remember, Sam Steve Kuya is the Minister of State upon. But I want you to listen. I know that everybody is fighting for justice, and sometimes the way things are handled, right? Excuse me for that. Pardon me for my poor quality. And these things happened. But the Police Inspector General introduced a joint team working on the case and described their role. Member of the Ministry of Gender, Children's Protection, the Ministry of Justice, Central Gender-Based Violence Control Unit, and the senior LMP investigator and crime services officials. He named the legal team leader and other key officials present, and said each will play a role in the evidence gathering and protection area and prosecution of this matter. And they are saying that they have a complaint of sexual abuse reported at the Durban National Police. And they first and foremost referred the case to one of the 6 accredited medical facilities around Monrovia for evaluation. And they came back to the police. And the police reviewed the report and began an investigation. So the medical center have already informed the police. They think what the medical center said that's currently investigating that the rape happened or not. Because the family saying this man raped our daughter. Then they sent this case to the police to the medical center. And the medical assistants, the evaluation, came back to the police. What did they tell the police? That is making the police say that there be no private investigation. Did the police say that girl was raped or not? Because I think that is a true thing. The medical report go to the police and they use a guy to a criminal probe. That's what they're saying to the public. The police general said they completely first referred to an accredited medical facility for examination, and medical report is then returned to the police and used to guide the criminal. They still not leave the whole criminal side of it and look at the rape. Let's look at rape. Because when you send this person to the medical facility, all they want to find out whether there was a penetration, whether there was a rape that was carried out. What report did the hospital give to the police? That they make and I'm arrested. And if you listen, I will play this audio again. That am I hearing that the woman saying that the police general and the man who is involved in it were trying to convince them? Is this what I'm hearing, or I'm not hearing? I'm hearing something different. Where we going with this matter? Because I know, I'm in Liberia, that if there's a rape right now that will be announced in red light and the police go there, or the parent leave from red light or Dupont or come from the prison belt and go to the police station, whether it's on 5, double 1, whether it's on 5, double 2, whether it's a total base, it's Katuma site, whether it's on 4, it's on 3. Let's just, let's leave on 3, what is better outside in the belt. And they come, and the police go there, the victim to the police. And the police did not send the woman here to the place to know how the person was raped. And this time, before they gave the report, as my understanding, that the hospital gave the result to the parent bring it. So that there was some compromising process between that. So what the hospital do, since recommend this place, that for example, if you go to zone 5 recommend to Borough Clinic here, as Borough Clinic will send the result to the police station. We mean the children division. And they will know that our rape, because they will tell our rape. Penetration will tell you whether it never happened, whether it just went pretty close to the altar part, or there was some entry, some penetration, whatever described to be, will be there. And by that time, the John Paul or Brown or some tone taking highway involved in that case will be in the cell. And once it's been established, the parent want to pursue their case upon, because I know Liberian people, a lot of them, they are so much persuasive in these things. They go to the police and say, we want to discuss our matter family way. It's happening. If not, this case crossed the road towards the Pittsburgh City Hall. The Pittsburgh record is there. It entered the court. The young man will be seen by the Lyceum, by the police to the court. He will be handcuffed. He will be carried across the road. And gone back there. That case is a court matter. What's happening to this one? They're talking about reviewing. They said the investigator have reviewed CCTV footage, interviewed the victim, her father, other relatives, questioned persons of interest, including the suspect, and conducted a non-scene reconstruction to corroborate witnesses' account and all that. What's happening? I want you to listen to the family. I want you to listen to the whole thing here. Listen to the family first. Listen to the family, and we'll do this intermittently. Listen to this. Just listen to the family. Listen to the family. Good afternoon.
For me, I was saying because I have 2 girls. For me, I get 10 children. More than 10 children, God will bless me with 2 girls. The rest of them are social boys. To bring children out in the town is very hard. 14 years old, look at your age, like your grandchild. Then you look at child like in your office. Then you finish doing it, then you take the police director. Then you take the other one, you say you go appeal. Still that you do. Then up to the time you stay on your AC, then you say you're just in the case here. What thing in that case for your job? If I will come on man by now, they see that nothing happening in that man now. If you are not about to go, you're going through that case. They think you're doing that right. Nothing sitting on the frame means nothing anybody can sit here. You wouldn't sit here to tell us, I said here we're to be convinced. But you can't convince us yet. I want now who pay for nothing. That man playing fun. And I want that to you. They will come here with naked myself, born naked. They will call me and keep on air. But I think you're playing for all of us. 40 years old, what's up your grandchild? You take the child to be your care.
But with the family now, you listen to this kind of thing. This is not the first time an official of government have been. Even a lawmaker have been called for. Be involved in the alleged act of search. Where are we with this matter? And I heard that the deputy minister put for leave because he had to face this matter. And again, they are hearing that the president has suspended the mayor. I'll play that song again. But let's listen to the RG. Listen to, I want you to listen to the RG. Listen to the folks from the Ministry of Gender, Social and Children Protection. Listen to the RG.
Including the suspect, we have to carry out. As you see, as you're seeing around the table, this body has been working tirelessly since this allegation came about. So what I would like to do, I would like to begin to walk us through the process as to how this delicate kind of investigation is carried out. So when we have a complaint of sexual abuse reported at the police station, we first and foremost refer the case to one of the 6 accredited medical facilities around Monrovia for an evaluation. It comes back to the police, and then the police review the report and begin the investigation from there. The investigation of that nature was immediately followed at 2 centers. And these are all the steps that have been taken as far as this allegation is concerned. The report has come in. There is an indication that yes, indeed, the victim was tempered with. So immediately, the Ministry of Gender.
To say, excuse me, that the report from the police, I want you to keep this on, going back and forth there. The report is that there's a medical facility that will be named, and the case will go from the police with the institution being known, and then from there it go back to the police with a report. And when it goes to the police will start their process. So it is now being known from what I just said that it came back from the hospital, the facilities show, because they said there are 6 accredited medical facilities around Monrovia for evaluation. When they go there, it come back to the police. Then the hospital will tell the police not true. Mind you, we're not talking about a 60-year-old woman. I'm not going to stereotype anything here or making it different. We're not talking about a 50-year-old woman, a 45-year-old woman. Maybe some of the only person has been alive, a 30-year-old woman being alive, have had, I'm not going there, but we're talking about a 14-year-old child. A 14-year-old. And one man who is a deputy minister. I don't know why they put his age in the whole thing yet. Because they will tell us that one 45-year-old man take over one 10-year-old girl, one 50-year-old man, take one 14-year-old girl, one 70-year-old man, take one 19-year-old girl. They ain't say they get 14, they ain't call the man under age. I don't know why. You hear one 55-year-old man, one 9-month-old baby, one 70-80-year-old man, one 10-year-old girl, one 45-year-old man, one 16-year-old girl. I don't know why this is not the case. But we're talking about a 14-year-old child. And then the police actually acknowledged that the report came back to them, and they said he's making it a look like someone that is 6 months or 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, that will wait. That every report that goes from the hospital to come that it takes that period. And I like what you said continuously that nobody is is above the law. And even those who should be held responsible are those who are into positions, because you should keep them up. We trust you. Youth development. Is that going to build youth? Is that going to build young people in this country when we are having a massive number of them who are already going astray? So they want them that sound, they want that stick and prosper, when they want incorporate. What's this? Like others, when these kind of cases were upon their head, they are arrested. This is so. But the man said he went and signed up for a leave. Then I'm hearing that the president suspended him. Where is he now? Where is this man? Have we come to promote rape again? Or the rapist attitude of this country? While we are talking about people corrupting, depleting our resources, and allowing all sorts of issues to go on, we now go to people who are morally depleting the lives of our young people. Are you aware of the kind of emotional trauma you are putting the young girl in? This young girl, maybe, who has said, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a minister, I want to be a geologist, I want to... What? You have already acquired your knowledge to develop young people. You are in the habit of this art. This man should have been left with speed from the place he was. Where are you going? You try to find out, but you never care. Let it carry him. Because it's a disgrace of man who? You at such an age. What is the problem in the country? This country has just bust loose things. We don't even know who to treat as responsible people. Because the kind of allegations that come on our leaders. Even the children that are smoking their drugs, they don't go raping people. But you hear somebody who was appointed, confirmed, is the one in his act. Jesus Christ. Where are we with this country? Where are we? And there should be some level of decisive measures taken on in the people now, they see this because they don't say young blood thing, so they see as an issue. If you just take a statistic up to entertainment centers, you will see these big sharks. That's why you see they are going to places, putting the shisha, putting the drugs on that. When these little girls, when they take a zip or they take a blow of these things, they get off their head and they get used to do all sorts of things. So they take pleasure in these matters. They sponsor these areas. And as a matter of fact, most of these shots, they got bars. They got these pop bars. Whether it's a jigger bar or what's a pop bar it is, a club or whatsoever. They are behind these things. Their wives and things are behind them so that they can encourage these young folks and they can come on their habits. And sometimes the reason why a lot of our deals in this country are not working, they take this immoral attitude into the offices. So the disgracefulness of such an act comes with the country. When you signing documents, when you're meeting, they see chair you put the guests in that came from Europe, that came from China, that they see chair you did that immoral act in, and they put kind of sit down there. So everything that goes on in that chair, every cause doesn't work for the country. Because our leaders are not conscious cognizant of the fact to know that their actions is having a serious bearing in this country. How? I would have never think in my life that a Brian McGill, that the Deputy Minister for Youth Development will be called this is an act. I've never thought of it in my life. Listen to the IG. Don't say, listen to him. He said, after this thing was done to the hospitals, the certified areas accredited that have happened, they came back. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Protection, the Ministry of Justice, the prosecutors, and the National Police investigators have been going back and forth. Fortunately, this particular area CCTV camera, so the investigators are going on the scene to review the.
Chief Secretary of Police.
As you're seeing around the table, this body has been working tirelessly since this allegation came about. So what I would like to do, I would like to begin to walk us through the process as to how this delicate kind of investigations before we can.
Chief Secretary.
As you're seeing around the table, this body has been working tirelessly since this allegation came about. So what I would like to do, I would like to begin to walk us through the process as to how this delicate kind of investigation is carried out. So when we have a complaint of sexual abuse reported at the police station, we first and foremost refer the case to one of the 6 accredited medical facilities around Monrovia for an evaluation. It comes back to the police, and then the police review the report and begin the investigation from there. The investigation of that nature was immediately followed at Toll Central, and these are all the steps that have been taken as far as this allegation is concerned. The report has come in. There is an indication that yes, indeed, the victim was temporary. So immediately, the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, the Ministry of Justice, the prosecutors, and the National Police investigators have been going back and forth. Fortunately, this particular area CCTV camera, so the investigators are going on the scene to review the footage of the camera to try to corroborate the statement of the victim. We've spoken to the victim, we've spoken to the father, we've spoken to aunties, all of the persons of interest that have been named in the investigation, including the suspect. We've brought the suspect in for questioning. We've taken statements from him at different levels, and the investigation is still ongoing. Yesterday, the entire group, at first the police went there to review the footage. Yesterday, this entire body went in, reconstructed the crime scene, came back today for us to meet. We've been here since this morning, going back and forth doing analysis, calling the victim back in to speak to her. So we've just picked up some new pieces of information from the victim that will require a further investigation. We've called on additional employees of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, including deputy ministers as well, to come in for us to speak with them. We've prayed the court for a subpoena of the call log of the deputy minister who's being accused. That call log was a very important part of the investigation because the geospatial data analysis will now point us to placing him exactly to where the allegation is if substantiated. So we're waiting for that, and I know everybody's waiting to see how this investigation goes, waiting for us to make an arrest, but I'm going to appeal to the public that we have to make sure we follow all of these steps so that it is done right. Once we get the core log and we're able to verify, the last step will be, we're on the phone right now, trying to engage for help for forensic DNA sampling. Fortunately, the clothes that the minor was wearing was carefully preserved. It's been packaged, So we now order that this DNA sample be collected from the
You listen there to the Inspector General. He said the report key. Let me tell you something. We will not protect anybody. And y'all know us for us. We're so much clear. Even our boss man that he the one will leave all the responsibility and be having a controversy to him. They don't bow down with it. Yo, even the ambassador Brooks, I know I wish he done that kind. When he finds himself into the controversy, I hold him. It's my chairman yet. I do got on you. Emmanuel Jr. That's why. Go rap your whole him. It's a Sakalu. It's a, let me call her name. Most, it's a Tobago Ruben Johnson, you're holding him. If all the training you have gotten, you have not reached the stage of being a father, that you whole age, like a daughter to want to carry on an affair, how would accountable for his action? That Moses gets you holding. Or that is Blackie. The general difference school. With all the training we have been steering them, we will not hire anybody. That there's some negotiation that will purportedly allegedly going on. For what reason? Look, President Buhari, I'm going to warn you again. If these folks you have appointed in the government, if you don't disgrace them because of that disgraceful attitude, they will disgrace you. President Buhari, it will be my disappointment in my generation living and see a man that a lot of Liberia held in high esteem, but his dreams, his admiration, his vision going down a dream because of some unscrupulous folks that he have called to working with them. You have called to work with you. People you have appointed in the government because you told your people say you don't want to be president, you want to provide leadership for this country. And if you are some of the officials that is our leadership will bring a new development, then I will tell you that this nation is cursed already. Because I don't see youth development. I don't see it go up. Why? Why are we creating bureaucracy? And listen, I see what's going on. Even when you listen to the enforcement, the Ministry of Gender, the prosecution arm of government, or so it means that they may the case is the biggest case. But the only rape case I see that have dragged up this law that they make go to the office. You rape before you get the office, they arresting you. But if they go to the office, people will leave. They can tell the president where in America, president say Minister of State is suspended man. So when is suspended going? Some of these cases they don't. There's made man tell the man over investigation. What is suspended man for? That really good mean that they will bring before you that say they may rape a 14-year-old child. Somebody can be a granddaughter. I'm a grandfather. I know what it takes to raise a child. Imagine that. Good afternoon. I'll take a break here. When I come back after a message, we'll travel outside the country. And I want Liberia to talk about this because this thing should be fast track. This case should be one of the cases be fast track. You know, last time I heard that the former Solicitor General, Councillor Tawango, was saying the president should have given instruction and all that. I know the Ministry of Information was saying no, the president cannot interfere in this matter. I agree. But there are investigative parties of these people who are held in line, especially the day they send the case to the hospital. The hospital says, yeah, or true. The white people they get arrested, man. So when a small man get arrested, when a people get arrested, who is he that when he rape? Allegedly, if he rape, then they get arrest him. Eh? Who is he? When even lawmakers have been the center of rape. Jesus Christ. Let's take this break. Good afternoon.
Introducing Marie Sanitary Pads, the ultimate solution for every woman comfort and confidence during that time of the month. With Marie, every moment becomes effortless and worry-free. Ladies, we understand the importance of feeling comfortable and secure during your period. That's why Marie sanitary pads are designed with your needs in mind. Our ultra-soft, breathable materials provide all-day comfort so you can move with ease and confidence. Marie pads are equipped with advanced leakage protection, keeping you dry and fresh throughout your busy day. Say goodbye to leaks and hello to peace of mind. Super soft and provide unparalleled comfort for sensitive skin.
I have tried so many brands, but nothing compares to Marie. It's like they were made just for me. I feel secure and comfortable no matter what I'm doing.
Experience the difference with Marie's sanitary pads. Available at all drugstores, pharmacies, stores, and fuller shops. For wholesale, visit Lucky Pharmacy and Redemption Pharmacy. Call 2929 for free information. Try them today and discover what true comfort feels like. Marie, the latest choice.
On August 14th last month, I insured one massacre who raped a 14.
From the go to the lines, Liberians, on today. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and many thanks to all of you watching us, following us live. *799 *11# Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway. Just go there and play $100 Liberian, and you'll be just that person to win $4,000 Liberian, $100 Liberian, and you will be that lucky winner to win $100 to play, and you'll be that lucky person to win $4,000 Liberian. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, a pleasant welcome.
Went to South Beach. On August 15 last month, I insured a Harris who raped a young lady, went to South Beach. So they didn't ask me, but obviously we're at their safe space. No, that's somebody's business. No, that's somebody's business. No, but we were over there. We were over there.
So folks, yes, feminists and activists, Big June.
While we are going, keep playing Entertainment by Radio Cool Cash giveaway on today, and you'll just be that lucky person to win $4,000 Liberian. Today, let's travel to Sudan, where the United Nations called out South Sudan's reckless charges against Machar. South Sudan's first Vice President Machar faces charges of treason and other serious crimes, local justice authorities said, as fear grows that the East African country will edge toward a return to civil war. The United Nations body on human rights in South Sudan has called the government's charges of treason against opposition leader Riek Machar reckless. South Sudan's first Vice President Machar faces charges for treason and other serious crimes, local justice authorities said on Thursday, as fears grew that the East African country would edge towards a return of a civil. Is it because the return of the civil war that the United States is reckless? I don't know, but probably because of that they're saying this to save the state for further issues. The Sudan's first Vice President Machar has been under house arrest since March after the transitional government he is a part of accused him of subversive activities against President Slovakia, who said Thursday that he was suspending Machar as his deputy because of his criminal allegations. Pro-government troops have been fighting militias and other armed groups that they said were loyal to Machar, who has served as his country number 2 under the terms of his delicate peace deal signed in 2018. But in addition to treason, Machar and 7 others faces charges of murder, conspiracy, terrorism, destruction of public property and military assets, and crimes against humanity. The charges stemmed from a violent incident in March when the militia known as the White Army overran a garrison of government troops, killing its commander or commanding officers and others. The Justice Ministry said in a statement Thursday that the attack in Nassau, Upper Nav State was influenced by Machar and others via coordinated military and political structures upon. More on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you. And let's travel to Togo, where a president's sister-in-law, the former defense minister, has been arrested. Margaret Nakadi was a former defense minister and is the sister-in-law of President Farah Gnassingbé, who had repeatedly called for him to step down and end the family's reign over the past month. The sister-in-law of Togo's leader, Farah Gnassingbé, was arrested at home on Wednesday, according to the local media reports and security sources. Margaret Dakanda headed the defense ministry from 2020 to 2022 and is also the widow of the Ernest Gnassingbé, Farah Gnassingbé's late brother. For the past month, Nakada became an ever more vocal critic of the regime, calling for Togo's president to resign and the family authoritarian rule in the country. Farah Gnassingbé has been president since 2005 after taking over from his father, who ruled the country from 1967 for the period of 38 years. The real opponent of Gnassingbé daring to take to social media have criticized the arrest upon. Farah Gnassingbé took on a new position as president of the Council of Ministers in May after the constitutional change, which allowed him to rule without terms, limit and consolidate executive powers in the land. The change in the constitution and the continuation of Gnassingbé's reign led to widespread protests in the country, which were however violently expressed by authorities. More on that, you go there and check it out as you travel to Gabon. And now in Gabon gears up for legislative and local elections as campaign kicked off. Gabon is gearing up for the crucial electoral phase following the recent presidential elections. Following the Brace Olingua Nguema victory on April 12th, which marked a significant political shift after the coup trumpet and long-standing reign of Ali Bongo. Gabon will hold legislative and local elections on September 27 and October 11. The electoral campaign officially kicked off in the early hours of September 17 yesterday with the Hama Imogwe Minister of the Interior announcing the opening during the press conference. He emphasized the unprecedented excitement surrounding these elections, stating, "Never in memories of Gabonese people have elections generated such enthusiasms," unquote. In total, approximately 1,600 candidates are vying for 145 parliamentary seats, while around 17,000 individuals are competing for various municipal and department council positions. These elected councillors who, through indirect voting, would select mayors, heads of departmental assemblies and senators. More than 20 political parties are participating, including the ruling UDB party led by President Alingua Nguema, as well as the PDG funded by former President Omar Bongo. This upcoming election is seen as a crucial step in solidifying the transition initiated after August 30th, 2023 coup, which ended over 50 years of Bongo's family rule into Gabon. But on that, you go there and check it out to get a full detail coming out there for you on today. We now go to the lines in Liberia, *799*11. Hash is a code to dial to be a part of the Entertainment Radio Cool Cash giveaway. And you play 100 Liberian dollars and you stand a chance to win $4,000. Let me say welcome to our folks. Job Chipo Senior, following from Ramafi, Miami. Let me say welcome to Ambassador Gabriel Shafar Freeman. So Clinic David Richard is watching. Anthony Wimpia Mayango Jr. is watching. William Fayard, Ambassador Pee Wee Kennedy is watching. He said you can hear from his voice that he's lying. Oh my God. 12th September, Mother 5th. Dennis is watching. It's a closely following from the Supreme Court block here in Painesville. Nikki Down is watching. Prince Soma is watching. Paul Tides is following. Dupont Rossi come the Armin Dokolier, Efrain, Window Kennedy Cooley is watching live, and Hanafi Zakaraski Jallo is watching. These Jallos are getting a lot of names these days. Zakaraski Jallo, okay. Jamal Brown, Marshall City, Papa Goma is watching for Guinea. Samuel C. Gater, Bone County, Joel Clark Winnie. It's a Rock Valley community. Conan Flomo is watching. Port Tower is watching. Let me say, Jojo Howard watching on. Please share the video and invite others to join you on today on this edition. Let's talk about this thing. Rape, should it be the case that should be compromised? Should rape be selective in terms of the proceedings? Because I don't know. Even when you rape language come on, you don't sleep your man, you don't sleep there that night. But the man had to leave, to go pulling for leave. Let me talk to the callers this afternoon. Good afternoon. Let's talk to you. 0775-919-919. Please don't hold the line if you know you got nothing on this line. Good afternoon. Yeah, go straight to the point. I mean, your own body, you're talking about 20, we're talking about 2029. The people who do the thing, we will take them on. No, that problem is going to leave. Okay, thank you too. God, I'm not like you see anything different here again. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna play the music again because it's like they put on here. Let tell President Parker say that new music here for him. I don't know what I'm playing for it, and there, I'm taking it off. I'm gonna play the one. That's here for the thing. Every day, President suspend. When your children there yesterday, when they do it, you whip them, put them on the table, quarter there. You don't see you suspend them. You don't see you suspend that whipping. Let me hear the music again. Let me hear it.
You say you keep to rescue, you rescue yourself. You keep to rescue, but you rescue yourself. Hey, just like what guy you be 419. My life even people is 419. President you man what guy you are 419. President you man what guy you are 419. You pretend that you are always sleeping, but in not sleeping. So wickedness there. Oh, Joseph Baker, you be 419. I say Joseph Baker, 419. Instead of rescue Liberia, he rescue himself. Instead of rescuing us, he rescue himself. Everyone not happy, he turned his back. Oh, Joseph Baker, 419. Oh, my Liberian people, he is 419.
Okay, so you hear this music. These are the music that started to come up because some of the folks, the people that are President Barker appointed into position, and all you do is just suspend them. All you do is suspend them. That all. So you hear the kind of music coming up. We're not hiding from him. We're telling the truth. We'll tell him. We started to tell these things to the former president, and they overlook it. When they move the government, that's not bad. Yeah, we keep problem and move the government. That's not bad. They'll be there. It happened again. Good afternoon. You're welcome, my brother.
It's very, very bad. Liberia are so leading to the country and they want to come in on last one. Our leaders said to officiate on our rights in the country. It's very, very bad. The job, I don't know one problem with Liberia. The job is supposed to pass up. It's an idea the first comment talking about looking for 2029 and all the kind of stuff. And he will be that someone that we're supposed to put together, marshal house.
The man was beginning on yesterday to get him job. They gave Deputy Minister of Youth Development. Now you try to you raping? They want to wait for him?
Yes.
You want to keep him position 2029?
Waiting for 2029 and 2017. We just see people that you know telling people they follow. We put them down there for them to be for dear and their children benefit their children. We doing all of the proper with family. We see how we follow all the delivery we follow everything. So she comes with
Hey, listen to the RG in that interview saying he got girls showing, so he just trying to tell if something can happen, how you gonna treat the matter, so they must take it with care. It doesn't make them really it was gonna be the RG who told us that situation. Like when I say go for leave, you'll be lacking it. Let me talk to Tommy. Tommy, good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon. No, they will tell you, go to the office, who put you on leave, then you can't, then the president has to suspend the man. Okay, Tommy, the question I want to brother answer. I think you would have asked the question. Why we are so lacking of moral in this country? Why? One big man want to go to work, leave the children. Me as a doctor on radio, use my office, take one leg here, keep in the office, because what I want to do now, I come and set up the table for lunch. A ham and D, 2 by 2, 1 minute, 140 minutes. What's that? Your action doesn't mean echoing that I talked to the king. You are dismissed immediately because you want to spoil even the minister, even spoil the other deputy minister, assistant minister, even the small children that are working in that ministry. You want to spoil them. Let me talk with somebody here. Good afternoon. Then they say, what? Good afternoon. Yeah, tell me what. Go to the point. Your tell President Bagaye, if you don't disgrace when people will disgrace him, oh. Okay. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
I'm just I'm calling from this representative, International Library Incorporated.
You can say you're rescuing the children, you can do about the children.
Thank you very much for the show, and I want to assure you guys that by the grace of God, that man will find everything in the jail.
My man, hello, please. You know, because you also you speaking for the team. Hello. Thank you. You won't listen to me then. Good afternoon. How are you, ma'am? Yeah, go ahead, Linda.
Yeah, the problem here with Deputy Minister, it looks so sad.
It is sad. And Linda, worst of all, the man is a deputy minister for youth development. That's disgrace. And Megan Thomas said he must put him for leave, and the president resign and suspend him and all that. Good afternoon. Okay. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead. So why the president suspended or not the act committed is that enough for you to face the law or you be alleged of? Okay. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Yeah, because they want to appeal to you. You get it, but why they hide your own age? Definitely, when you look at the main picture, there's a small one on there. Yeah, let me be lawyer. Yes, I will come for him one day. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Yes, this is Week and yes, thank you for your service this afternoon. I'm going to commend President Joseph Imam for his action with suspending that minister, deputy minister for youth and sport, who is intending to destroy the youth instead of building youth capacity. Okay, the suspension in our street, we are witnessing so many suspension from the government, wherein people are staying on the suspension bench. So we are not surprised why they follow by subsequent dismissal just to seek justice for that child. You know, it is so saddening for an ageable man to go that position and the position he occupied. It was not unnecessary to see.
All right, you making that yourself an age man. Say, oh man, you mean that old man, old. Let's say age man, you old. Okay. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm calling this afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What's happening is people are interested in this government just to push the image of this government.
Okay. Hey, President Boga, I know to disgrace that person of the people. They will disgrace him. Maybe the next year, you just not allow President Boga to rape me. President Boga rape somebody. You yeah. Hey, Omar will tell you when I blow speed. You're welcome. Good afternoon. I'll take 2 more calls. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You go ahead.
Well, my name is Abdullah Bolapale. I speak to you for district number 4, Maturala. By you asked the greatest question asking saying that to raise this selected justice now in La Croix. The answer to be no, but it has been selected now. Under the rescue government are supposed to be rescuing people, children, they are becoming a racist government. Now it's going to be an opposition black man who are going to do day to day. I gotta put my life on
on the race now today. I'm not going to be here, but today, President Baka is telling somebody to go and suspend that man, tell the man go and vote for the seat, and go and run for and go and enjoy it. This is the kind of rescue country we have seen. This is time for our country. I don't know where we heading, where this government is heading. Everything the government into power is in the opposite direction.
No. I agree with that, everything, and I agree with that one. No, I agree with everything. Even your own life, not everything inside here, right? There are some good things in your life, and there's a bad ones. Not everything, and I agree with you. Good afternoon. Let me take my final caller. Good afternoon. You're welcome. Thanks to have you as my final caller on today. Yeah, Rebecca, go ahead, ma'am. Old men are very old. Your whole life is late. That when you took a generation, they probably led a bit tempted to rape 14-year-old child. You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you. My final caller for today. And I got to leave you on this afternoon. And these things must stop. You are here, one pastor, rape. Oh, one minister, rape. One minister, for what reason? What kind of measure are we putting to play? Is this stealing from the whatever I was saying, the minister or rescue puppet there, that what they want to do in this country? Let me leave you this word. If President Bwaka don't disgrace Joko, I want to disgrace him. They will disgrace him. If you don't disgrace Joko, you bring the appointed to power to work along with elaborate people. If you don't disgrace them, they will disgrace him. They will disgrace him. Let me tell you this. They will disgrace this president, and you won't believe it why he has been disgraced. I got to go on today, and good afternoon, and I will leave you with just one piece here, and this is what will take me home this afternoon. And let me say to all of you, let us not pamper the rapists. Let us punish them. They should not live to see the next day. That even if they have the time to come in the next world, they will not rape anybody again. So if we continue to pamper these people, they will continue to rape. I don't know the ritualistic act or the things that will make them. Why? Who's saying that? So you be appointed as director of youth development, and the development become a young people there? Let me say good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you on today. Are we back on tomorrow? What's on your mind? Good afternoon today and good afternoon. I'll be here with Sarkandu on this edition of the Heat. Until tomorrow, have a pleasant good afternoon.
They can't come up saying you want to make it see our clothes. Down up to the channel, if they're all AC. For me, I was saying about 2 deaths. For me, I get 10 children. More than 10 children, God will bless me with 2 girls. The rest of them are also boys. To bring children all in the town is very hard. 14 years old, look at your age like your grandchild. Then you look at child like in your office. Then you finish doing it, then you take the police director. Then you take the other one, you say I go abuse. Still like you do. Then up to the time you stay on AC, then you say